the Tribit FlyBuds C1 have caught me by surprise, bringing excellent sound quality and a nice set of features at a reasonable price. Bluetooth 5.2, aptX, along with some of the best battery life on any set of true wireless earbuds. My name is Jeff, and in this video, I'll be giving you my full review, and I'll be comparing them to some of the top sound quality earbuds under $100 towards the end of this video. If you have any questions or concerns about the way that I receive or review any of the products on my channel, please refer to the full disclosure that I'm going to leave for you in the description box right down below. So now, let's not waste any more time. First up, let's talk about that connection. So these are running Bluetooth 5.2 along with AAC, SBC, and aptX as their connection codecs. When it comes to range, these are giving you 34 feet or just around 10.5 meters. Now, obviously that's going to vary depending on how many walls or any obstructions that you put between the earbuds and the device that they're connected to. Now, when it comes to lag or latency, when watching videos, Hulu, YouTube, Netflix, any of that sort of stuff, lag is going to be minimal to non-existent. Now, when we talk about gaming, casual gaming, games like Asphalt 9, 1945, lag is going to be pretty much non-existent. When we're talking about things like PUBG or Call of Duty, lag is going to be very, very minimal, almost not noticeable when you're playing games. Now, mind you, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I'm having lots of fun. I'm not noticing lag, or it's not causing me any sort of performance issues. So far, it's actually been very good for gaming. This is a good option for you if you're looking for something like that. Last but not least, these are also featuring dual connect or independent usage mode. And that's where you can use one of the earbuds while the other one is charging in its case, and you can swap them out. So you can definitely do that. It's seamless, works perfectly. So if you're one of those people that like to use one earbud and then halfway through the day swap out to the other one to give your ear a rest, they've got you covered. Now, one of the top features of these earbuds is going to be that battery life. So they were claiming 12 hours on a single charge with an additional 50 hours with the case. That's pretty wild. In my own actual testing, I managed to pull 11 hours and 14 minutes at 75% volume. So seriously impressive playback time on a single charge. With the case, you do get an additional 3 to 4 recharges, and it only takes 90 minutes to fully recharge these earbuds from being completely dead. So pretty quick overall. As far as the case itself, now the case could be a little bit better. It just has that plasticky feel to it, not super premium, but still good enough. Size-wise, it's actually very similar in size to the case for the Apple AirPods Pro. Now, to recharge this case, you do have a USB-C port on board. Unfortunately, there is no wireless charging here. Now, one of the questions that always comes up in my comment section is, Jefe, are these earbuds comfortable? Now, for me, I have large ears, but for me, comfort has not been an issue with these. Wearing them 1 to 2 hour listening sessions at a time, no problems whatsoever. And they're very good for medium to large size ears, because that's basically what I have. I don't have small ears, so I can't really tell you on that one. Small ears could be problematic, but then again, that applies to pretty much any set of true wireless earbuds. As always, tip selection is going to be key here, because that's going to give you the best experience, not only for comfort and seal, but that's going to affect sound quality greatly. So make sure you take the time to try the different ear tips that they include. If none of them work for you, then definitely check out the ones that I like to use, which are the SpinFit CP360. I'll leave a link for them in the description box down below if you're interested in those as well. Now, when it comes to controls, they are using button controls, but instead of being placed at the top, they're actually placed on the stem. Pretty interesting, but it works. They allow you to control pretty much everything. You get your volume control, you get skip track, play pause, answer end phone calls, and access to your smart assistants. As far as the buttons themselves, like I said, perfectly placed, tactile, and very responsive. So no issues with dealing with touch control. This is actually a very good implementation of button controls. One of the best that I've experienced in a long time. So now let's move over to the performance of these earbuds. So first up, let's talk about that volume. So these are coming in at a 9.5 out of 10. So very, very loud. For me, comfortable listening comes in anywhere from 55% to like 70% at most. If I run some quiet dialogue, I've got a ton of overhead to really bring that volume up so I can kind of hear what's going on. So overall, volume, they've got you covered. If you're somebody who needs loud earbuds, they've got you covered. So volume, excellent. Now, when it comes to the sound quality itself, the best way that I could describe it to you is going to be versatile while still being warm and rich. So let's start with the bass. Now, the bass has a nice strong punch. It digs deep and it's got good sub bass to it. So you get that rumble. It's that bass that you can hear as much as you can feel. Certain songs, man, I could almost swear I was feeling it in my chest when we're hitting those super low notes. If you want to hear what I'm talking about, you have to try a little Blackpink here. There's a song they did with Selena Gomez called Ice Cream. There are some bass drops in there that you're going to be shocked by. If not, check out some of that Kendrick Lamar too. Or even, I don't know if you're into it, try a little Nipsey Hussle. Get a little Nipsey Hussle in your playlist. Definitely worth it for those bass lines. Now, when it comes to the mids, neutral and smooth. So very nice. Good vocal clarity here. You can hear both male and female vocals. Not going to be a problem for you. Very good balance when it comes to that mid-range. Now, over on the treble side, there's good detail. There's a little bit of sparkle there too, which really surprised me. There's airiness with instruments, strings, flutes, things of that nature. Listening to classical, it really comes to life here. Bright, but not overly fatiguing. That is the key. They managed to get right to the point where they're getting really bright, but it doesn't hurt your ears. So very good tuning overall. So now let's move into the comparison portion. First, I'm going to tell you the differences between each of them, and then we're going to rank them. So first, let's talk about the Edifier TWS1 Pro. The Edifier TWS1 Pro are brighter overall in their sound, so a brighter treble with a wider stage and better separation. But they're not as full or warm as the FlyBuds C1, and they don't have that low, super low end rumble that you're getting from Tribit. So more treble, less bass. Put it that way. So really just comes down to which kind of flavor you're going to want to go with. Now let's move over to the Lypertek Z3, also known as the upgraded Lypertek Tevi. Overall, the Lyperteks have a much smoother sound. So smoother mids, more mid forwards. You're getting better vocal clarity, much better for vocalists, male and female. There's improved stage. There's much more separation. It's more closer to an IEM-like sound versus the more V-shaped sound that you're getting from the FlyBuds C1. So once again, we are talking different flavors of sound here. So as I said before, it kind of depends on what kind of sound you prefer. Now let's talk about the ComfoBuds Pro from one more. The tuning is actually very similar on the ComfoBuds Pro and the FlyBuds C1, but the tuning has slightly less bass impact than the FlyBuds C1, but it's made up in with more refinement in the mids, more refinement in the treble, and an overall much more full sound. So more musical, more enjoyable if that's possible. It's almost like the ComfoBuds are the Tribit FlyBuds on steroids. Put it that way. Now, last but not least, and rounding this out, is going to be the EarFun Free Pro. Now, the EarFun Free Pro are going to have more sub bass and more mid bass than what you're getting with the FlyBuds C1. The mids are actually very, very close to each other, but the FlyBuds C1 have more clarity in the treble, more sparkle, a little bit more crispiness and sharpness in that sound. So now let's rank them. So for me personally, sound quality, this is what we're ranking them on, just sound quality alone. Number one, we've got the Lypertek Z3 or Tevi upgraded basically. Number two, we've got the ComfoBuds Pro. Number three, we've got the FlyBuds C1. Number four, the TWS1 Pro. Number five, we've got the EarFun Free Pro. Now, if your earbuds that you have didn't win, please don't be upset, because this happens every time I rank earbuds. People lose their freaking minds. Listen, if you have any of these 5 earbuds, you're winning. You don't know what it was like back 2-3 years ago when finding a set of earbuds that sounded good and had decent volume and stayed connected to each other. That was work with, in and of itself. So if you have any of these 5, trust me when I say this, that you're winning. If there's any negatives to these, it's going to be the fact that they don't have an ambient sound feature. For their price, that is something that at this point I am expecting. So hopefully that'll be something that they can add in a future version of these. So hopefully Tribit takes this as constructive criticism and maybe start thinking about adding some of these additional little bells and whistles to really put your earbuds over the top. But overall, These are freaking excellent earbuds for their price tag, and definitely contenders to be on a top 5 list for best sound quality under $100. So now let's move in and give you some call quality samples. And this way you can hear for yourself whether or not those microphones are going to work for you. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Tribit FlyBuds C1. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Outdoors, obviously, not much of a breeze today, but this is what you can expect for call quality outdoors. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Tribit FlyBuds C1. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Here's the call quality you can expect indoors out of the Tribit FlyBuds C1. As always, you're going to have to be the judge of the call quality down in the comment section. Now, with all of that out of the way, if you're interested in hearing what my top 5 true wireless earbuds are under $50, check out the video that I'm going to leave right up here on the screen. If you want to see the top 5 ANC earbuds under $100, check out the other video right up here. With all that said, I'm out of here. Peace.